Good afternoon, guys. Today is going to be a very short video. I've come up with the 4 top pitfalls that personally I face during PC building. I hope to share this with you guys so that you guys don't make the same mistake I do, because some of them could be pretty costly in terms of time. It wouldn't cause any component damage, but this kind of stuff is more for the aesthetics. Well, some of it is essential if you don't leave any performance hanging on the table. First one is installing this guy. It's a CPU tower cooler. It's also applicable to AIOs. So most of the time you're happily putting on your thermal paste and then trying to clamp it down with equal pressure onto the motherboard, the IHS directly. But sometimes you may screw up. And this is it. We always have a sticker right here. So this got to be removed first so that the metal copper plates could be in contact directly with the CPU. If you don't do that, there's this plastic that's in the way, and it doesn't have good thermal dissipation properties. In that sense, it doesn't conduct heat very well. So if you don't take this out, you might experience thermal throttling. That plastic might melt under high load, which cause a mess to your components. So Linus Tech Tips, they have a video about that. They actually dedicated something testing the thermal performance while not having this peel off. So you should definitely check that out.
Please peel off label before you use it. Warning. Nice little tab.
Our next subject is about RAM. Common knowledge that dual channel RAM is always better. For example, if you get 16 gig kit, this pair likely goes for more than a single stick 16 gigabyte. I mean, this seems like a cheaper option, but it is the cheaper option. In fact, what the fuck am I saying? But
emotional damage.
I'm saying that just for a bit more, get dual channel RAM 2 8 gig sticks. They definitely perform much better than this guy. If you look at the video that I did a while ago, basically you're leaving about 50% performance on the table, especially if you're using the APU. It has tremendous effect on the FPS because the GPU processing power is built into the chip itself. Hey guys, if you're still sticking around and would like to watch more videos like this, be sure to click that subscribe button and like this video while you're at it. So guys, halfway while filming this video, I actually caught a flu, and that developed into some kind of throat infection, so I sound a little low and weird right there. I've tried to amplify that in post, but that's probably the best I can do. Hopefully you guys can comprehend me, at least I hope you do. The next bummer I want to talk about is not using the incorrect cable cutouts. Basically, cases have cutouts, which you see in B-roll, usually sometimes contain rubber grommets or not. You can use that to route your cables and ensure that you take the shortest possible path to a component or to a motherboard, to ensure that achieves the best possible result. So do always try to do that, especially using modern cases with tempered glass like this. You want to make sure that the aesthetic matters. Otherwise, it's like airing your dirty laundry in front of everyone, or yourself for the matter. We're going to be using GPU as an example. Usually you want to find the grommet closest towards that PCIe connector slot on the GPU. Route the cable through there and connect to the motherboard. It gives it the shortest path possible, which usually gives it a neater look. If you can't get to a cable grommet further away, you have a longer cable, which is kind of messy. Next up is this pesky guy, the IO shield. Luckily I have it installed already in this CPU, or rather on this PC. There's many times where I installed PCs, I happily installed all the components whatsoever, and look to the back. Alas, there's a very gnarly hole over there, and to get that installed, basically you have to pull out every single thing, install the IO shield, and then install everything again, which is a pain in the butt. So be sure install this guy before you do anything. Before you install anything in your desktop, a lot of more premium motherboards have the IO shield integrated into the motherboard, which is good. Basically all boards I think should adopt that, but I understand that there's a bit of a higher cost. So anyway, I said it too many times, bottom line, definitely want to install this before installing anything onto your chassis. Tip number 5 is the bonus tip. Yeah, I know this is a GTX 260, Asian piece of crap. If you're going to install graphics card, make sure you install in the topmost slot of a motherboard. Or rather, I mean the topmost, full-length PCIe slot on the motherboard. It's usually the fastest, and it's where you're supposed to install your main GPU. usually that is 16x, whereas the rest might be 8x. Or there could be 16x or 8x motherboards as well. If you fail to do so, you might be leaving performance on the table, something free, so make sure not to commit this mistake. Alright guys, those are the 5 tips that I have. Those are tips that I gathered throughout years of experience, flipping PCs and basically building stuff. Hope you guys learn a little bit from whatever I shared today, rather across the days. And yeah, feel free to leave a comment down below. Until then, this is Clarence of Asian Tech Guy checking out.